Today I'm going to teach you how to build a primitive drawing aid for copying landscapes, a camera Lucida. Think of something easy and simple to make. You will need a small mirror, a piece of glass a bit larger than the mirror, cardboard, and a pen. For best results, use black cardboard. We spray painted ours, but you can also use gouache or glue black paper on it. We roughly cut this little mirror to 9 by 9 centimeters, and the glass is 10 by 11. I need to cut 4 pieces of cardboard to make a little box for this. It's a good idea to use a square, so everything comes out nice and straight. The first 2 pieces basically need to be the same size as the glass. Then I glue them together in an L shape, and one of them will have the mirror. The next 2 pieces will be glued to the side of this L, so you can use the actual piece to measure the next piece of cardboard. That way, everything fits perfectly. But hold on, we're not gonna glue it yet. First, it's a good idea to clean the mirror and the glass, because if you assemble it dirty, it will stay dirty. Then I need to mark the spot for the pen to go through. It will go across here on the inside, really close to the edge. So I'm gonna line up one piece of paper with the other, push a needle through, and then widen the hole with the pen. I'm noticing the pen won't work, so I'll use a drill bit instead. I'll keep using larger bits to avoid damaging the paper. Next, I'll attach the glass to the pen. It's rectangular, so I take its shorter side and glue it right in line with the pen, using hot glue. And then you just assemble it, leaving this kind of pen and glass hinge in the middle. Check out the result. The next step is to make a shallow opening up here, which is where we'll look through. I should have done this before assembling the box, but I forgot. So I'm gonna make a cut of about 3 by 4 centimeters. But hold on. This isn't where I'm gonna look through. On top, I'm gonna cut a second piece with a much smaller hole, about 1 by 1 centimeter. That way I can adjust exactly where I want the hole to be. Let's go outside to make the final adjustments. This is the setup you need. A very clear day, a little table for you to draw on, and something on top so the paper you're gonna draw on doesn't get too bright. It needs to be darker than the surroundings. Then I aim at where I wanna draw, and I can adjust it. Adjust the mirror so it stays just right, so it's at the perfect angle for me to see what's in front of me. That's why we made this hinge. It's better for you to make a visual adjustment here for what you want to see, and then you glue it after you've adjusted it. The same goes for the little hole where you're gonna look through. Place it where it's most comfortable. The optical part is set. When drawing, you can't hold it with one hand and draw with the other, or it will misalign. It needs to be fixed and steady. You can attach it to almost anything, like a bar or a piece of wood. But we came up with a slightly more sophisticated way to do this. Let's go. This will be our base. Our desk. I'm gonna put 4 little feet on this piece of wood, which are actually just these nuts. Then install a threaded rod vertically. This threaded rod is 8 millimeters in diameter. Okay, and everything I'm attaching to it is simply washer, nut. This piece of wood, which is a drilled piece of pine, will transfer to the horizontal rod. Look how cool that is. Here's the control for vertical adjustment. This control is for the horizontal adjustment, and I still have control over the tilt I want, because I'm going to attach this little box here at the end. So let's cut off this little extra piece and glue it using hot glue and a level, because I want this to be really well aligned. It's going to look really cool. Let's first understand the logic behind this before taking it somewhere nice to test it. Here's the setup. We have a piece of glass. Here, we have a mirror, and you're looking from above through a little hole. The light comes in here, bounces off the mirror, and goes up. It goes up to your eye. So far, so good. But what's really cool is that this glass is a half-silvered mirror. It's acting as a mirror, but at the same time, you can still see what's through it. So you see 2 things at the same time. The landscape, which is in front of you, and the paper, which is down here. By seeing both the landscape and the paper, you can make the drawing. You could simplify this, just place the glass in the opposite position. Without the mirror, light would come from the front, hit the mirror, and reach your eye. You'd also see the paper underneath. About 10 years ago, we made a drawing copier based on this mechanism here. It was a piece of glass that stood vertically, right in the middle of the table. For copying drawings, it works well, but for copying landscapes, it's not great, because doing it this way, you see the landscape upside down, and here you don't. The landscape stays right side up. It's much easier to draw. Now, why is this called a camera Lucida? This contraption was actually used by artists to copy landscapes, to draw people at a time when photography didn't exist. This clever device was invented in 1806 by a British chemist named William Hyde Holliston. He was the same guy who discovered the chemical elements palladium and rhodium. The name of this is camera Lucida, or light chamber. But what's the meaning? It's because before it, there was the camera Obscura. or dark chambers. It was essentially a big box with a hole in the front. We made one on Manual do Mundo too. Check out that video, it's hilarious. We took this box to Vale do and Hangaba to see the image of people walking inside here. In this device, the landscape in front was also projected inside the box, and painters, illustrators used it to copy landscapes and draw people. But here, you need a huge contraption. It's a massive thing you have to take there, all awkward, and you kind of have to draw in the dark. With the camera Lucida, no, it's basically a tiny little box. Much easier to carry, much easier to use on a daily basis, in theory, right? Because in practice, we're going to test it now. We wanted a really beautiful building to copy, so we came here to the Butantan Institute. This is the library building. It's the original headquarters of Butantan, built in 1901, and it's here, inside that our time capsule is. There couldn't be a more special place. Right now, for the first time, you'll really be able to understand what's happening. The building is right up ahead, and if I look inside here, look, I have its entire projection on paper. So I can draw on top of this projection, and you can notice that, since the building is well lit. And I'm in the shade, the image is very clear. Its facade isn't even in the sun. But here, since we set up this arrangement, I can see every detail of the building perfectly. Now, it depends on my drawing skills here. I made the first line, and I already found something I built wrong. This hole to look through is too big. When I move my head, the drawing gets out of sync with what the image is projecting. Let me show you on my phone here so you can see. Look, the pencil is on the paper. Look how it changes position in relation to the building as I change my view here. As I move my head, this can't happen. It has to stay fixed. The solution is to make the hole smaller. At first, it's kind of weird because when my eye focuses on the building, the paper goes out of focus and vice versa. And even though I can see the projected photo, making the right lines isn't the simplest thing in the world. There are times when I have to use my hand to make some shade so I can see better, but I think it's coming along. It doesn't look like an artist's drawing, really, since it's the first time I've tried to do this. But look, this sense of perspective, of depth that I managed to get in this drawing is something I never could have done if it weren't for this little device here. I think it deserves a thumbs up. If you like these reproductions of Stone Age equipment that we make, there's a whole playlist, several of them from the time when cinema began. There are several devices that create animation you'll really enjoy. I'm leaving a card here in the corner with all these videos.